£80 to change a socket. This will be my last video on the subject. Now, to sum up a few things, let's take this from scratch. 5 o'clock in the morning, I leave my house, I drive an hour to the job, so 2 hours there and back. I have to do it out of hours. I go in, the socket itself wasn't expensive. I never ever stated that the expensive part of the job was the £10–20 socket. We put that in, we then go on to the next job, because £180, after we take all our overheads away from that, we don't even get half of that. Now, just to clarify, this isn't for a home, this isn't for a domestic property. A lot of people were hating on the fact, saying that I do it myself, I would never pay you to come into my home that amount of money. This wasn't for a home, this is a commercial big chain that uses a maintenance big chain that then subbing me to come do the job. Someone laughed at the fact that I said that you could end up in court if you do a socket change. I never said you could end up in court if you change a socket, but you can end up in court and go into prison for manslaughter. There was the case with the pub where unfortunately the small child passed away because I believe it was some DIYers, maybe some builders doing some electrical work, and they ended up livening up all the metal posts in the pub. A little boy touched it and he passed away, and they got done for manslaughter, and there was a lot of repercussions from that. Now, of course, I understand that a lot of you still aren't going to agree with what I'm saying, but I'm telling you now, £180 from that job you argue was more than enough, right? We don't even get half of that when you take away our overheads, our taxes and stuff like that. And like I promise you now, no small business is ever going to go to work for £90 a day, not if they're doing it legitimately. I'm not bothered about what the DIYer, the guy from down the road is charged. I'm not interested in that. I'm insured, I'm proper, I'm vetted. And if it suddenly become a case that that's all we could earn for the day, I'll go and work for a company. And then what happens is you end up paying twice the amount, because the only people that are trading are the big firms, the ones that are really expensive because they need to charge their overheads. Now, of course, there's always going to be DIYers out there doing their own work. There's always going to be handymen out there offering to do electrical work. I can't compete with that. I'm not interested. I need to charge what I need to charge because I'm insured. I have all the credentials. If anything goes wrong, you're going to come after me, and I need to have everything in place to make sure that you and myself are happy at the end of it. If you have someone come in who's not qualified, hasn't got the right credentials, they mess up, you get hurt, you can't go after them. You can't, they haven't got the credentials. You need to be looking at these credentials, and if it comes up in court, they're not interested. And also the vets, someone's saying that they would go to the vets and do it for £50. They're not going to touch you because you're not insured.